We had a client in here just yesterday, and as you probably know, if you've been in for an appointment, before we get down to business, we always joke around and talk about life and where they're at. Do they have any large expenses? What do they think about the world right now? And we're talking with this client, and they made the joke of, when are you going to fix the markets? They're asking us specifically when we're going to fix the markets. And I shot back with another joke saying, well, we keep on fixing them, but every time we do, seems like a new headline comes out and we're back to where we were. And that's what we're feeling this year, right? This idea of the markets keep on going up and then they're down again, and then they're up and then they're down again. Let me kind of track with you the past 2 weeks and what we've experienced. My name is Connor Mackey with Strategic Financial Group. I'm a financial advisor here at Strategic. The past 2 weeks, right, have been a whirlwind of market news. 2 weeks ago, markets were up. Then last week, markets went down. And really, it comes down to what is going on in the world right now. Last week, Trump came out and said that he wasn't pleased with the trade deals that were being brought to him from European countries. And as a result, on Friday, he threatened a 50% tariff on the European Union. And then over Memorial Day weekend, while we were all having barbecues and hanging out with our friends and family, he was on the phone. And it sounds like they're trying to fast track deals with the European Union. And that resulted in markets on Tuesday, when they opened back up again, going up. And they were up for the most of the day, around 2% for the S&P 500. Yesterday, they were slightly down. And then today, on Thursday, May 29th, the markets are back up again. It's just so back and forth right now, a lot of volatility, and a lot of it comes down to what is going on with this trade war. So this is a little bit different of a video. It's a lot less about the statistics and the numbers and where things are at, but really it's just showing you where we're at and how we're interpreting all of this, because some news was dropped yesterday, Wednesday. There's a court in New York called the Court of International Trade. And what they're saying is that these sweeping tariffs, where you put a 20% tariff on Canada and Mexico, this country, because they're not dealing with the fentanyl crisis well enough, this court is saying that's illegal. Trump can't do that. So on April 2nd, when he came out and he said, hey, we're going to put sweeping tariffs on all these different countries, reciprocal tariffs for the way that they've treated us, this court is also saying that is not legal either. So now the trade war, again, seems like it's up in the air. And we're back and forth on this. And that's the volatility that we're experiencing, because we don't know what's going to happen next. Wall Street Journal said it well. They're saying that business executives are unsure on how to respond because of the legal fog that is surrounding this case that we're looking at here. But the trade war is not done yet. There's other ways that Trump can fight this trade war if he were to decide to do so. And I think he will, but we're still watching it, right? There's just nothing that we can do about what is going on in the political sphere. And markets, on the other hand, when they see a headline, they react. The news is baked into them, right? When they see reprieve coming, or when they see that maybe there's a pause on certain tariffs, markets react because they like it. They like free and open trade. And so really this update that we've received about the trade war, what does it do for us? It's just another headline that markets seem to like. But in reality, we don't know what the future is actually going to hold when it comes to the trade war itself. So just be aware of that. This may seem like a step in the right direction, and it might not even be a step in the right direction, because it might just mean that there's going to be different ways that this trade war is fought. But in reality, what we're looking at here right now is just to hold steady, remind ourselves that there's a plan in place. We've set up plans for our clients to make sure that they can get through things like this and come out on the other end, maybe not unscathed, but less hurt than others would be, or if they did not have a plan. Again, my name is Connor Mackey from Strategic Financial Group. If you have any questions or concerns, please call the office, send us an email. Let's set an appointment. Let's sit down, have a cup of coffee, and talk about where markets are at. Thank you.